Morning. We all have routines, don't we? Most of us kind of get up in the morning, maybe go jump in the shower, maybe then you go for your breakfast, you'll get off to work, you'll maybe do more or less the same things at work, and then you'll come home, maybe watch a bit of TV, have some dinner, and eventually go to bed. And more or less, our day and our lives will follow some kind of routine. Well, I have routines. One of them includes getting up on a Friday now, my latest routine, getting up on a Friday and going for an early morning run before I then start the day. So that's a routine that I've introduced. It's a new one. I've changed things. I'm one of those people that quite likes change. They gave me a map in the hotel for a dedicated running trail, but like any typical guy, I had a very quick look at the map and then thought, I don't need a map, and promptly threw it in the waste paper basket. Now I'm lost. Now, inherently, we don't like change. People don't like change. We prefer to have the comfort, the comfortability of what we know and what we've become used to, because it's easy. I'm pretty sure the world of Formula One has taught me to embrace change and to see change as an opportunity rather than seeing it as a threat. I like to get up each morning with the dawn of each day and have a look at just what I'm doing, have a look at my routine, have a look at whether it can be improved. Can I do something different? Can I do something better? Why am I doing something this certain way? And if the answer is, well, it's just because that's how we've always done it, that's not good enough for me. I need to change things. Sometimes those changes might be tiny, minuscule little things like changing the route that I run in the mornings or the trail that I take the dogs for a walk on. I miss the dogs. That's the one thing missing about this run. Just realised. It could be as simple as changing the things you wear to work each day. It could be as simple as changing what you have for breakfast each morning. Maybe not having a coffee. I'm always going to have a coffee, I'm only joking. Sometimes the changes can be big. They can be huge. Moments like chucking in the towel at work and leaving, starting a new career. For me, I did that when I left McLaren. I had no real idea what I was going to do, but I knew I needed to change. Even at the beginning of this year, of 2018, I decided that I was going to make one of these videos as close to every single day as I could achieve. Based around the things that I enjoyed talking about and the experiences that I've had. Motorsport. It was a big, big change. Those changes can be the most scary ones that you ever have to make. Buying a new house, buying a new car. But they can also sometimes be the most exciting changes once you've made them happen. And without people taking that risk, without people putting kind of their lives, their livelihoods on the line to make those changes, well, everything would just stay the same. And that's a bit boring. I'm here today to talk to a big financial institution from the City of London about change and about how Formula One embraces change. If you think about Formula One, we're changing all the time. The car's never the same one week to the next. the way we go about doing things is constantly evolving, constantly looking for a better way to achieve some kind of success. We're never happy just sitting on our laurels, comfortable with what we've got. And I think it's a really good model for the way that we should perhaps start approaching our lives. But sometimes even Formula One just doesn't embrace change enough. There are times, and I'm not going to be saying this to these people today, but there are times when the Formula One industry can still be a bit set in its ways. Right, talk done, went really well, really great audience. Now I've got to quickly pack up and get back in the car and head back for lunch with Mrs. P. If you look at 2021, for example, and we're all talking about it in Formula One, aren't we? We've just seen this leaked photo of Ross Brawn's view of what the 2021 car should look like. I mean, what do you think? I liked it. I thought it was. It looks like a cool car, but does it go far enough? You know, Formula 2021 is an opportunity for massive change if we want to do it. And the way to me that car looks, it looks like we're avoiding that. It looks like, you know, if you're an outsider of Formula One, you'll look at a picture of that car and you think, yeah, it looks like a cool car, but it just looks like a Formula One car. I mean, we know that it's got swept back wings and a few detail changes, but nothing dramatic. I think I'd have liked to see them go dramatic. Liberty came in with this big vision, with these great, wonderful ideas, I thought, of how the future of Formula One might look. Very different to the Formula One that we know right now. And yet, some of the biggest players, some of the, well, perhaps the dinosaurs of our game, the big manufacturers, well, they've all fought back, haven't they, against Liberty? There's this ongoing battle, whereas they don't want to change things. They're quite comfortable with the way things are. And they've got so much power in modern Formula One that it's looking more and more likely that is where we're going to end up, pretty much the same. Don't get me wrong, I understand the reasoning behind it, of course I do. But we've got to remember that we are Formula One. We're a fast-moving, fast-paced, innovative industry. Whereas the automotive sector, the wider automotive sector that's run by people like Mercedes, people like Renault, Honda, Ferrari, those kind of people, well, the automotive sector is a slow-moving industry. It's like the dinosaur. It's like the old adage of an oil tanker changing direction. It takes forever for them to want to change direction. We're Formula One. We should be able to change direction on a sixpence like that if we want to. And we've got this dilemma about what Formula One should be. Should we be developing technologies for the road car industry? And that's why the motor manufacturers, of course, are there. They want to be able to promote their brands. They want to sell more cars, essentially. But maybe that's not the future of Formula One, because eventually the automotive manufacturers, yes, they'll still want to sell more cars, but they're going to want to sell electric cars. So are they going to go to Formula E? Or is that where they're going to position themselves? It's already happening. So should Formula One be going off in our own direction? Should we ignore, or at least not be dictated by the automotive sector within Formula One? Should we not be dictated by the manufacturers? And should Liberty be strong enough to go with their own vision, a futuristic vision, you know, looking way further down the line beyond the short-term views of these motor manufacturers that could disappear from our sport at any moment? Should we be looking to other areas of technology that we can focus Formula One cars around, that we can develop? Should we take the reins off the engineers and let them loose with things like software, with AI, with some really advanced material science? You know, even battery technology, let's just let them go for it. Forget this obsession with road cars, because that is not going to be the future of Formula One. We all know that Formula E has the electric single-seater FIA championships kind of locked down for a long period of time. So let's forget that. You know, I've seen so many comments underneath that picture that Formula One released of the pictures of the concept car for 2021, all of the comments say, yeah, it looks great, but is it going to have a V10 in it? Is it going to be loud and noisy? So, you know, maybe fans of Formula One want an engine that's loud, that's visceral, that vibrates their bones and really takes them back to an old age. I'm fine with that. And maybe let's focus more on other technologies that might be of benefit to the wider world. Because Formula One will not be feeding the road car industry's technology forever. That's clearly not going to happen. So let's feed other industries with technology. Let's bring in some of those guys, some software companies as partners to our sport rather than the automotive world. There's so much opportunity out there, and we have such a brilliant base here in Formula One. I don't think it's being utilised enough for the benefit of the greater society, whereas it definitely used to be. If we want to stay at the cutting edge in Formula One, if we want to be world leaders and always at the cutting edge, we've got to be constantly changing. Embrace change, folks. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.